we're back. It's Interesting Ideas and CQ. CQ, CQ, that's what we play. Again, the old radio sound which says, we'd like to talk to somebody. We'd like to talk to you. We'd like to talk to someone special like you. Can we talk now? Well, that's what we hope to do right now. Hi, I'm Stan Houston, and it is a turbulent Thursday because Thursday's always that kind of day. You get a little turbulence in that. You know, you're kind of finishing up the week, hopefully making Friday a little smoother and a little bit nicer. Maybe hey, if you're really good, you say, Friday, don't bug me with problems. We're going to think and plan for our future. Friday is Leadership Day. Friday is Future Day. And sometimes Thursday gets in the way of those good plans. But hopefully, maybe not today. And it is, of course, Leap Day. And so we're going to a little bit talk about leaping. But first of all, I have, as I said, the good news and the bad news. And here it is. Unfortunately, most people don't do what they say they are going to do. Not all the time, but most people don't do what they say they are going to do. Maybe a fact of life, something to perhaps be a little, generous with people, but maybe something you need to know about maybe improving yourself, because we want to help you improve the quality of your life, have a better life and a better business experience. And that's what this program is all about. And this episode starts right now. And I'm back. And I trust you are too. Now let's begin just exactly that. Okay, let's put it this way. Many of you, of course, have had the experience of someone saying to them, "Oh, Stan, I'll get back in touch with you." Something like that. "Oh, let's begin next week." "Oh, you know what? I'll get that to you soon." And what happens? Well, nothing happens. Here's what I have discovered. And of course, you all know this. We all know this. But maybe we just need a little bit of a reminding so it's less of us. Many things we say we're going to do, we have every full intention of doing. But you know what happens. And that's why one of my heroes, now we do a lot of work in the Western genre, our podcast. For instance, right now, of course, I've done for years called the Cowboy podcast. And we are doing one called Tales of Old Tombstone. Oh, you'll like that if you are a fan of the Western world and stories of Tombstone. And we have another podcast, and it's called, The 66 Kids, and it is a podcast about people who grew up on the great old main street of America, Highway 66. And we have a number of other ones we're putting together. One's called kind of Have Gun, Will Talk, talking about some of the frontier firearms and things like that. We've had a variety of them on horses. And we have another podcast. It's simply called The Call of the Wild. That's right, The Call of the Wild. And it's a men's show, talking a little bit about wild horses and maybe wild men. The Call of the Wild. All of that's coming up. And you can reach out if you'd like to find out more about that. I'm Stan, and Stan at Stan Houston at gmail.com, Stan Houston at gmail.com, or Stan at witradio.net. It's part of What It Takes Radio, which is what brings you interesting ideas. Okay, here we go. First of all, it is true that, We all have such good intentions. Now, back in a couple months ago, remember, well, I'm going to lose weight. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this one. Yeah. We made a lot of good intentions. We're going to go work out. And of course, all the fitness trainer guys will tell you, and the guys and gals will say, yep, boy, the first week or 2 or 3 after January 1, we're full. But, end of February, end of March, a lot of that good intentions has passed away. Of course. And that happens to us a lot. Oh, we should get together sometime. That's kind of who we are. But that's why I like the Western tradition, because one of my favorite films, of course, is Lonesome Dove. And that wonderful scene where, this guy's dragging his friend's body back to bury him. And what are you doing this for? I mean, why are you taking it back? He's dead. He doesn't know. He doesn't care. And of course, that wonderful answer. Why is he doing it? Because I gave my word. Yeah, I gave my word that I would do this. And more, I'm really encouraging people who want to make a difference. And I'm trying to live up to this. Keep your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. And I'll just, reflect on my experience and your experience is that we have less and less people who kind of live, work, and do business that way. I gave my word. Not a contract. Maybe a little bit of a promise. Maybe if you want to make it a little more significant and put maybe a kind of a spiritual kind of significance to it by saying covenant, I promised. I said I will do that. And I've had a number of situations where very good people, and you have too, have said, we're going to do this. We're going to follow through. We're going to get this done. And they don't do it. They don't do it. Sometimes they apologize. Sometimes they're sorry. And sometimes they just blow you off and ignore you. So I'm going to encourage you. Now, like I say, that's the bad part. Now, sometimes there's a good thing you need to know about it. Now, for instance, I'll give you one example, and you can go with it. The recent presidential primaries. Okay, here's the case. Obviously, Nikki Haley is gotten the one who's giving the last challenge to Donald Trump. And it appears that Donald Trump is going to win the nomination again, and perhaps Joe Biden is going to be the Democratic, and so we're going to have a do-over. And it seems that a lot of people don't like that, but it could happen anyhow. And that's kind of remarkable when you think about it, is, hey, how did that happen? When maybe 70% of the people don't want it to happen, why is it happening anyhow? Well, maybe that says something about how we do things around here. But what happened is that it was said that after the primary that they interviewed, and about 40% of the Republicans who had voted for Nikki Haley came out and they were asked, well, would you vote for Donald Trump if he wins? And they, no way, Jose, no, not going to vote for him. You know what? If they're Republicans, most of them will give away and not vote for Biden. So when people say, and I remember one commentator just scads of people said, no way. Well, you know what? They will. So what they said they were going to do, they won't do. And that's true of a lot of things. I will never do that. Well, there's a chance they probably will. And so that's why it's a good thing, because people who say they're not going to do something, they don't carry it out. The people who make threats, things like that, they don't do it. On the other hand, there are people who not only make promises, but they actually give their word, and they don't do it. So we live in an age of people who, again, don't do what they say they are going to do. Is that you? Or are you perhaps at least working on the point of saying, I gave my word, and it may not be very advantageous to me, but I gave my word. I literally have a long-going project which I thought was going to go well or better than it is, but the person involved, even though it didn't work out and it's not nearly as profitable as I wanted it to be, I'm continuing to do it. You know why? Because I gave my word. And so we do it. Hey, I'd love to hear from you. Perhaps you have maybe this is a neat story. I'd love to hear stories of people who really did keep their word. You know, we need to honor those people who do it anyhow. They keep their word. It's time for us to be cowboys. That's right. A man, a woman, a cowboy, a cowgirl, their word is good. Their word is gold. If they give their word, they will do it. Or they will perhaps die or try as best as they can. They won't quit. Well, we're going to quit the first half and then just give you a little maybe comfort and encouragement. But, you know, on this leap day, maybe you want to leap just a little bit into your gentleman and lady quality of saying, when I give my word, I do my word. All the best and blessings on you if you do that. Hey, we'll be right back. Of course, it is February 29th, which happens, of course, every leap year. And of course, this is a leap year. And so today is the leap day. And as a result of that, people are talking about, hey, this is a bonus day. What are you going to do with your bonus day? Are you going to do something fun or worthwhile or something different? Well, most of us won't. Even if we said we are going to, we'll probably just treat it like another day, which of course we do. For the most part, yes. Maybe you decided to treat yourself to a real bonus day, or you decided to just not come to work. I don't know, as part of your bonus day. Hey, but here's the term. I'm working with a good friend, and his name is Paul, and his company, which we helped him put together, does great coaching, and it's it's called Growing Forward. We're going to help you grow forward, and that's what he does. We're trying to just like one of my companies was called Press Toward the Mark. We're going to help you make your mark. We're going to help you grow forward. And so I said to him, one of the ways you can do that is say, well, first, before you can grow forward, you have to, lean forward. Okay? Can you lean forward? Then you have to kind of look forward. Okay, what do you want to see out there? Well, you said you're gonna lean into it. Now, what do you see? What do you want to do? Then you have to learn forward. That means you have to gain the skills or learn to do the things so you can go forward. So you gotta look forward. You have to lean forward. You have to learn forward, and then you usually have to what? Leap forward. Oh, wouldn't it be nice if you could do something easier? Kind of like, just kind of coast forward. No, most good things in life are difficult. They're hard to do. And so, could it be that on this leap year, on this leap day, you're going to keep your word? You're going to look for some opportunities to leap. And that means you may not come down where you want to come down. You might fall down rather than land on your feet. When you leap, you are taking a risk. And the future belongs to the risk takers. That's right. The future belongs to those who leap. And so I would encourage you. Many of you, as some of you tell me all the time, and in fact, I even developed a special prayer for it. Dear God, help the people whose life is not what they want it to be. I want to have a different kind of life. I want to have a different kind of job. I want things to be different. And that's one of the key things we try and help you do. How can you make it better? Can you make it better? And maybe even good, and maybe great. Go for greatness. Okay, what are you going to leap forward into? Now, when you do that, you will start to grow forward. But oftentimes, all of the leaning and looking and learning will not lead to growing until you start leaping. And so I would encourage you to think about that on this leap day. What are you going to leap into? And are you going to keep your word? Just let that kind of sit on your head for a while on this Thursday leap day. I'm Stan Houston. Just a few random, interesting ideas from a little bit of the top of my head and the twilight zone, and we'll finish up and be back. I appreciate you. Here you give me about 20 minutes. Remember, if you take 20 minutes every day to learn something new, to find something motivational, something inspirational, something that'll get you thinking, maybe to get your energy flowing, to get you pumped up just a little bit, maybe challenged, maybe just a little bit of guilt. But if you take 20 minutes every day, as one of my friends has said, if you take 20 minutes every day to learn and be better, within more than a few years, you'll be world class. You will indeed be world class. I hope that would be true for you. I can help you in many ways. First of all, you need to learn how to do the radio, and you have to learn how to do the videos, and you have to learn how to do performance marketing, and that's what we do, and we do it well. Reach out to me at stanhouston@gmail.com, stanhouston@gmail.com, and tell me what you would like to leap forward about and do and you say, and I'm serious, I'll keep my word. Can you help me? StanHouston@gmail.com, StanHouston@gmail.com. And always close with a benediction. I do that all the time. A blessing. Best and blessings to you as you lean forward and start leaping. Till next time, bye for now.